Well, hey guys, welcome to Ki-West.
Hey guys.
So today there have been a lot of changes announced. Obviously we knew what was going to come. So this is the first time I've ever seen Sloppy Joe's closed. They literally did not open today at all. And the other bars are all supposed to close down.
Bars are all closed down apparently. Governor DeSantis of Florida has decided that we should all close down for the coronavirus, and the city of Ki-West has agreed. And so the order is at 5 o'clock to close everything down. Usually we are, one of the biggest party cities in the U.S. and the world. And here we are. We've got to close it down.
Well, it's kind of funny because there are still a lot of people partying around. Obviously. A lot of the tourists don't necessarily have gotten the memo just yet. So, yes, all the bars are supposed to close down at 5. Initially, we were told that the restaurants could stay open with a 50% capacity and, leaving space between the tables, etc. Unfortunately, just an hour later, we got notice that this is not going to happen either. So the restaurants are all going to close down, but stay open for delivery and takeout. So we're trying to salvage a little bit of the local economy, because obviously we are very much a bar and restaurant and tourism-based community here in Ki-West. Well, of course, a lot of people are still out partying, haven't gotten the memo because today is St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day, guys.
So it's also this guy's birthday here. So we're trying to do the best of it, trying to figure out where we're going to get takeout food tonight. And I guess we're going to sit on our porch and try to stay positive. So Tony's is going to shut down today at 5. Well, it is 5:05. It is still open.
So word has it, that I guess I'm not playing tomorrow at Tony's, but have no fear. We will definitely be doing some live streaming, some videos, something on YouTube for you guys. We'll definitely be hearing from us.
Yes, we'll be around. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, because we don't always know a very long time upfront when we can go live. We will be announcing some of the live streams on Facebook, probably a half an hour before. So if you haven't yet, please make sure you also follow us on Facebook, Right on the Rock. And let's go and check out if Tony's is really closing down to see what's going to happen tomorrow.
Not sure what's going on.
So guys, we're going to try to maintain some sort of sunset stream tomorrow. I'll give you an update on Mallory Square in just a minute, because a lot of the restriction impact the public spaces. So we have a couple of beaches closed. The southernmost point, the buoy, is closed. Well, as much as you can close an outdoor buoy, obviously. And Mallory Square will be closed during the sunset celebration, but not during the rest of the day. So we're trying to figure out the details right now. So stay tuned, stay around. We will be back tomorrow. And, well, guys, it looks like Tony's is still open. It looks like Charlie is here again.
Charlie's here.
Which means Lenny is here. I know Kevin was working today, so Kevin is here. So why don't I let you check out what's going to happen tomorrow? I'm going to take these guys over to Mallory Square. And
happy St. Patty's Day, guys. See you later.
In case they kick you out, I'll text you. So guys, welcome everybody to the stream. It's very sunny. I have a hard time seeing all your names on the screen to see who is joining us today. I know Joe is there, Jeffrey, Mac, Rob. Kira's 444, hey Jeff, Melly. Hello Chris from California. So this is to give you an idea what is currently going on here in Ki-West. Again, it is after 5. The official rule of the city of Ki-West is that the bars are supposed to close down at 5. So they should be closed down now. Sloppy Joe's has been closed all day today. Hello, Fred. So I just left the birthday boy at Captain Tony's, so he can go and check on what is going to happen going forward. So pretty much everybody who works in the service industries, whether that is bartenders, servers, musicians, we're pretty much out of a job right now. There is a little bit of confusion on some of the regulations. So for example, I know that Mallory Square is closed during sunset, and that's why I'm going to take you guys over there just now, because it should still be open and empty. Want to make sure you get your dose of vitamin D here in the sun so that everybody stays healthy. Guys, wash your hands.
Wait, go ahead. Come ahead.
Hey, Priscilla. Hey, Aurélien. Society. So it's a little bit chaotic right here in Ki-West. So again, we had different guidelines today, and they changed within an hour. The first guidelines were that the bars were to close, and then obviously a lot of the public places to avoid gatherings of 10 or more people, which was the direction of the Florida state, if I'm not mistaken. But restaurants were supposed to stay open with a limit capacity and leaving enough space between people. And then just an hour later, we got word that the city of Key West is asking the bars to close down, but also the restaurants. So a lot of the bars and restaurants are a little bit in a limbo situation right now. They're being asked to do deliveries and takeouts only. Now you're probably going to ask me, how do you define what is a bar and what is a restaurant, especially here in Key West, given that pretty much everybody serves alcohol. So I think the rule of thumb here is the ratio of food versus spirit, I guess. So Captain Tony's is definitely a bar, not a restaurant, so they are more than likely to close down. And then other places, like the place across the street from Tony's Amigos, which is a restaurant that also serves drinks, is probably going to stay open for takeaway. Now, if that includes drinks, nobody really knows. So kind of figuring out what's going on. We haven't had any cruise ships in town since last Saturday. So if you were with us during our Saturday stream, you probably saw the very last cruise ship we had in Key West, which is fine. What is a little bit strange is that we didn't get any travel restrictions to Key West. So we do have a lot of tourists that are in town, not cruise passengers, but people that stay a little bit longer. And I am not sure anybody really got a warning about this, and a lot of people had a hard time changing their reservations. Some of the airlines give you a voucher, so if you were planning on coming to Key West in the next weeks, contact your airline. They are supposed to give you a voucher, so that would be valid for a year. And I guess the policies for the hotels and bed and breakfast and Airbnbs and God knows what else are probably a little bit different. So yes, guys, the Ocean Key is also closing down here. I see they are kind of restricting the access somewhat. Let me check if we can still go and have at least a look at the sunset. So the bars are closed. There is no live music. The live music has been cancelled. We have the last people now leaving the bar area. Hey, is it okay if I walk through here? Just around here. Am I allowed to walk here, or am I allowed to?
We're going to be closed.
Because we're not sure about the guidelines. Are we allowed to walk through but not stand?
Eventually, no, but we can't.
Yeah.
Because people are going to come in here and bring food and drink, and then we have mess. We don't want anyone.
Sure.
We really don't. I mean,
yeah.
While you're doing this, it's fine. But I just don't want to encourage people.
No, of course.
Because then they're going to come down with their garbage, and we have.
Yeah, no. We're just giving a short update on what's going on, and that everybody's closing now. You're closed. Is it okay if I walk in that direction?
Yeah. Okay. Just let him know that.
Yes. Take care. Guys, that was Marta. So, this is Sunset Pier when it's technically not open, so they are observing the 5 o'clock deadline here. Hello Patricia, hey bad boy. Again guys, if I'm missing out anybody, I'm sorry. I have a hard time seeing anything on my control screen. It is really sunny. So no more live music here at the Sunset Pier. We are an hour and a half away from the actual sunset time. Again, all the areas are restricting access because they don't want more than 10 people gathering, so they closed Mallory Square for the sunset celebration, not the actual square. So Sunset Pier here qualifies as a bar and restaurant, which is why they are closing down now for 5 o'clock. I kind of like walking through here because there isn't access to Mallory Square over there. So that's why I was taking you guys over here. Looks like we still have some sunset sales going out. I have no update for you on the sunset sales, the trolley tours and the tram tours. So I might be able to give you more news on those tomorrow. There was supposed to be a city commissioner meeting today at 5, which has been cancelled unfortunately, so we thought we would have a little bit more clarity on some of the details of what is going on. I mean, not what's going on, we obviously know what's going on. It is more on, what is what and how do you limit, why can't you access Mallory Square but you can get on a boat with probably more than 50 other people. We were a little bit surprised by some of the restrictions, to be very honest, because we are an outdoor destination, so a lot of it happens outdoor. I personally think there's a huge difference between being confined with other people in a closed space versus an open space in broad daylight and in the sun. Not all the beaches are closed. The ones that are considered to be public are closed. So again, I'm not sure what's happening to the hotel beaches. So if anybody of you is in Ki-West right now watching us and staying at a resort that has a beach, let us know. I'd be curious to know. And I thought it might be really interesting to mention, really important to mention, that we have not had a coronavirus case, neither here in Ki-West nor in the overall Florida Keys. So these are all measures of precaution. We still have a lot of spring breakers in town. Again, a lot of those guys probably have not gotten the memo because it was mainly on all the local news and the local Facebook pages, social media, etc. So Some of those guys might still be partying and just not know anything about it. After all, it is St. Patrick's Day. So I hope that by tomorrow we're gonna have a little bit more details for you. I went to City Hall earlier today to understand, in what way the access to Mallory Square would be prohibited, stopped, whatever. So I thought but I mean, everybody was busy today with all the announcements, so no surprise here. So I don't really have an update for that. Let me see if I can just show you guys a little glimpse of, here you go. So Mallory Square totally empty, which is surprising because we have an hour and a half until sunset. Oh, that little sign there says Mallory Square is closed. So this is what Mallory Square looks like an hour and a half before sunset today, St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. So that is exactly what I mean in terms of we're not really clear of what is going on in terms of the details, because now it looks like the access to Mallory Square is restricted way before sunset. I guess we'll have to try at another time, so we'll just head back via Sunset Pier. So again, guys, we will be back tomorrow with a sunset stream. Not sure where we're going to stream the sunset from, but we will be back. Our lifeline to the outside of Ki-Uwest and your lifeline into Ki-Uwest will continue. So guys, just before we head back down to Duval Street, soak up a little bit of that sun. Yes, we're still quite a bit away from sunset time, but still pretty high. But enjoy it. There comes another sunset cruise. Okay, let's squeeze through here. So Ocean Key and the Sunset Pier have put up barriers so that you can't access their bar, because officially all the bars closed at 5 p.m. And normally you can access Mallory Square from there, but they blocked the access. So I am not going to try another access to Mallory Square tonight. We might do that tomorrow. Again, we will be back tomorrow for the sunset stream. Until then, we'll try to figure out where we're going to film the sunset. It is more than likely that Gabe is not going to play for the rest of the month, because all the bars and restaurants are being closed down. So if you're a bartender, musician, etc., it's not exactly the best time. So instead of trying to access Mallory Square, I'm gonna take you guys further down Duval Street to see how the other bars are doing. Let's go and check out Irish Caverns on St. Patrick's Day. We can do a little detour here. Just want to see at what point they are blocking Mallory Square. So yeah, I went to City Hall this morning, and well, it was more around noon time after we got the announcements, and we knew about Mallory Square being restricted since yesterday, and just try to get an update and see, you know, if they would allow us in with a camera, and obviously just one person and a phone and a camera to see, you know, if we could continue live streaming. And everybody was so busy this morning. Everybody was kind of like not sure. So I'm gonna go back tomorrow. I see another barrier at that end. Then again, they haven't put up, I was about to say they haven't put up any police, but that guy pretty much looks like he is checking on the access right here. Well, he's at least some kind of security. Let's go and see how the main access to Mallory Square looks like. So obviously this is a case that has never happened before, so even at City Hall they weren't sure who I could actually talk to see if we could still access. It was kind of interesting. So I have several names. I guess tomorrow I'll try to give them all a call. There you go. This is how the main access to Mallory Square looks like. So the side entrance via the Sunset Pier was closed down, and then this is the same thing. So these are the tourists that haven't gotten the memo. There you go.
Like I lost my job in South Carolina.
I know. Where do you live in South
I
Carolina?
go to Clemson,
Okay.
or like Remy. I'm just different.
That's okay. Good.
No, I'm just like I'm just
I bet the chickens are pretty happy about it. They can enjoy the sunset without almost being stepped on. So roughly an hour and a couple of minutes away from sunset. No, wait, 2 hours away from sunset time. True, it's only 5:30. Sunset is now at 7:30. Still have to get used to the new time. So that is even more surprising to see Mallory Square shut up at this time of the day, 2 hours away. So I guess we'll see. I am sure more details will emerge over the next days. We'll keep you guys updated. We will be here. We are looking into daily updates. So we're maintaining our regular sunset stream tomorrow. We might start a little bit later because we don't have any live music to stream before. I know Gabe's gonna miss his music, so we are going to live stream some of the music. Maybe do like porch sessions or something. Let's go and see if Hog's Breath has shut down. So the given time by the city of Ki-West to shut down the bars was 5 p.m. today, and some bars did not open this morning, and that included Sloppy Joe's. So if you're joining us now, we started the stream at a closed Sloppy Joe's. There are a couple of other locations that didn't open at all, and then there were a lot of locations that weren't very sure about what was going to happen. So here you go, guys. Hog's Breath Saloon is officially closed too. Well, on the bright side, we are definitely avoiding the crowds here. So guys, we got a lot of questions of people that were planning their trip down to Key West and were like, oh, should we still go, etc. If you're just joining us now, Key West is pretty much closed. So the bars are gonna stay closed for I think 30 days. Here you go, that is what Hog's Breath looks like when it's closed down. He has no idea what is going on. He's like, where's my music? So Hog's Breath has closed down. Again, the deadline was 5 o'clock here. It is 5:28 now. When we started the stream, Tony's was still open, but we might actually get to catch a glimpse of Tony's when it is closed. You don't see those bars closed at daytime during daylight. So we are getting closer to the corner of Green Street and Duval Street, the heart of Old Town Ki-West. On a side note, it looks like Tony's is still somewhat open. They're trying to get the people out there. The green room is closed. The upstairs area is closed. Let's cross here. So Sloppy Joe's never opened today. They have a very big indoor area, which might be one of the reasons why they didn't even open this morning. Because again, the announcement of the bars closing at 5 only came in at noon. I was trying to see if I can see the sign. Sloppy Joe's closed. Here you go. Okay, that is a lot of small font here. Oh, that is an older announcement. As I said, they didn't open today, so they don't have the noon announcement. This is the one from yesterday, concerning gatherings of 50 or more people. Obviously, Sloppy Joe's is one of the biggest bars here in Key West. That's why they decided to not open today, because they easily have a more than 50 people capacity. So here's the Tree Bar and Dirty Harry's. Looks like a couple of people are still here. Again, you can see in the background that the bar themselves are closed. They roped off. I'm keeping my distance, guys. So, and this is Irish Caverns on St. Patrick's Day. So that definitely is an unusual sight, guys. Irish Caverns on St. Patrick's Day here in Ki-West after the 5 p.m. shutdown of all the bars. And I guess we'll go and check out the bowl. So you might be wondering, guys, why those guys over there, the loose cannon, is still open. And actually, I'm wondering myself, I was about to say it's because they are a restaurant, but I forgot that the restaurants have to close down by 5 too. The initial announcement this morning was that the restaurants had to reduce their capacity by 50% and leave space between the tables, but could remain open. And then the 12 p.m. announcement changed that, so they have to close too and can only do takeout and deliveries.
Is that on my phone?
Some of them have not gotten the memo, at least they are outside in the sun. And guys, here's the bowl. Ta-da!
Ta-da! Ta-da!
So they are closed. Again, when I say about some things haven't been totally clear, it's like if you are a restaurant, does it mean that you stop serving at 5? Or are you supposed to actually physically kick out your customers at 5? There's a lot of gray area here. So I think everybody does their best to kind of keep to it.
Now they're closing all the bars and restaurants. They're doing high five. Thank you for the food. All the bars are the biggest drinking days of the year.
Yeah. So an update on availability of groceries down here in the Keys. Pretty much everything is available, at least in reasonable amounts, except for all the paper products. So all the supermarkets, the bigger chains too, like Publix and Winn-Dixie, have been restocked pretty much in every aisle except for the paper towel and toilet paper aisle. I guess that's the same thing everywhere. And I guess, you go to the supermarket, you just buy whatever they happen to have. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Ki-West on St. Patrick's Day. So we are basically shutting down the island. We are not stopping people from coming here. But if you're planning to come to Ki-West, honestly, there isn't much to do. and a lot of the locals are not going to like it. I mean, it is a little bit tricky. We're kind of in a in-between situation because the whole island lives off tourism, and a huge amount of people are going to be out of a job or have been out of a job for the last 36 minutes. Because 5 p.m. was the time that the bars and restaurants were supposed to close down. So here you can see Irish Kevin's actually physically closing on St. Patrick's Day. So guys, you just witnessed Irish Kevin's closing at 5:37 on St. Patrick's Day. These are all people that have just been basically kicked out of the bar and are unsure what to do now. And we're kind of in the same boat because it is Gabe's birthday today. So we are currently still checking which places are already ready for takeout tonight, because we were obviously planning on going out for dinner for his birthday, so we'll see. Guys, if you're not subscribed to this channel, if this is your first time watching, we will be live streaming mostly every day going forward. So if you haven't, please subscribe to our channel. We will be live streaming from Ki-Uwest as much as we can. We will have a sunset stream tomorrow, which we always do on Wednesdays. Well, a slightly adapted program, because obviously we're not going to film any live music in the bars. So please subscribe. Make sure you get notified whenever we're live. It's a little bit tricky to kind of find a clear schedule just yet. So if you hit the notification button, you're going to be notified when we are live. So that's probably the easiest thing. And if not, just go to our Facebook page, Right on the Rock, same name. And we tend to post just before we go live. But again, sometimes that is just like a couple of minutes before, half an hour before, an hour before. We'll see. So here we go, seeing what's happening at Captain Tony's. So again, we'll be back tomorrow around sunset time, which is around 7 o'clock tomorrow. Hey, how is it going?
Going okay.
Are they actually really closing? Seriously, we just saw...
They sort of tried.
People aren't moving. So the loose cannon is open. And we just physically saw Irish Kevin's close.
That. Irish Kevin's is closed.
On St. Patrick's Day. That's painful.
Something.
That's painful.
Really
that is something. Okay, guys, let's go for a last round at Captain Tony's. A little walkthrough at Captain Tony's. See which people they weren't able to kick out. So people are very hesitant. And this is a bar which is a mix of many locals and tourists alike. So guys, this might be your last walk in a Ki-Uwest bar for a while. Charlie is here. So Joe, last look at you girl, Elvira here. Sorry, just 1 second, you're good. Elvira, okay, say goodbye to Elvira. Let's go and check out the hanging tree. Let me squeeze through here, oh guys.
He was like,
I was trying to get a close-up of Boner, the skeleton behind the bar. with the bell. Okay, now I lost Gabe. Help, I lost my husband. There he is. All right, so
Hey, I want to thank you guys for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it.
Looks like somebody's been reading the comments. You probably saw more than I did because it's really sunny. I can't see the screen. And well, I'm going to take you guys for a last look at Green Street to Wall Street for today's stream, and we will be back tomorrow.
I'll see you soon.
So the whole island pretty much out of bartenders, musicians, all pretty much out of a job today. So guys, one last look. There is a lot of traffic. That is because they are repaving Simonton Street. This is not because people are going crazy or something. Just a lot of traffic because it's being diverted via Duval Street here. So thanks everybody for watching. Thank you for all the birthday wishes for Gabe. Make sure you subscribe. We will be back. Give you updates, do bike rides around the island, go check out which beaches are closed. Go maybe on a trolley ride, train ride, boat ride, we don't know. We will see over the next days what's gonna happen. Again, lots of question marks. In the meantime, guys, a little bit more vitamin D for you. Wash those hands, stay healthy. And we'll see you guys around. Take care, everybody. Bye.